catfishing scams have become all too common in our world of digital media and online dating. Netflix's Sweet Bobby, My Catfish Nightmare serves as a harrowing reminder of how easily trust can be manipulated in the digital age. Based on a real-life case that shocked audiences in the UK and beyond, Sweet Bobby tells the harrowing story of Kirat Assi, a successful London-based radio presenter who became the victim of one of the most elaborate and disturbing catfishing scams ever documented. This emotionally charged documentary dives deep into the psychological manipulation, betrayal, and fallout that defined Kirat's experience. It explores not only the personal trauma she endured but also the larger questions around online identity, consent, and justice in the digital era. As the narrative unfolds, it becomes clear that this wasn't just a case of mistaken identity, it was a calculated campaign of control and abuse, carried out by someone shockingly close to Kirat. What happened to Kirat Assi explained. She developed an online relationship with a man named Bobby Jandu. Kirat Assi smiling in a Sweet Bobby interview. Sweet Bobby tells the story of how Kirat Assi was catfished by a person posing as a man named Bobby Jandu. The story started in 2009, after Assi's cousin, Simran Bogle, came into the picture. Bogle's boyfriend, JJ, and she had recently split. JJ then sought out Assi's advice about how to win Bogle back. However, JJ suddenly died from an allergic reaction, and Bogle gave Assi the contact information for JJ's brother, Bobby Jandu, to send her condolences. Soon enough, Assi accepted a friend request from Bobby Jandu, a cardiologist based in Kenya, on the basis that they had many mutual friends from London's Sikh community. Their relationship quickly evolved from a friendship to a romance. Despite numerous red flags, whenever Assi asked to meet Jandu in person, he would make up some excuse not to meet face to face. Jandu had apparently faced multiple life-threatening illnesses and couldn't travel to London. The couple even went so far as to get engaged, even though they had never met in person. However, things took a dark turn when Assi and Jandu's relationship became abusive, with Jandu attempting to control every aspect of Assi's life and monitor her at all times. He would insist on a video chat, despite never turning on his own camera, and would grow angry with Assi if she wasn't sitting at home in her room. The fallout from the catfishing scheme. Assi took Bogle to court. Kirat Assi looking out over a river in Sweet Bobby. After being in a romantic relationship with Jandu for 3 years and never seeing him face to face, Assi hired a private investigator to investigate her partner's whereabouts. The search led Assi to the doorstep of the real Bobby Jandu, who is a dental surgeon located in Brighton, UK. The real Jandu answered the door but didn't recognize Assi, and even asked if she was confusing him with perhaps his supposedly dead brother, JJ. When Assi first met with the real Jandu, she received a phone call from the person pretending to be him, leaving Assi confused and frustrated. She shared her anger with her cousin, Simran Bogle. Bogle verified everything she knew about Assi and Jandu's relationship. The next day, Bogle came clean to Assi about pretending to be Jandu. In the UK, catfishing is not illegal, so pursuing her case as a police matter proved difficult for Assi, and Bogle has not faced any criminal charges. After a failed police investigation, Assi pursued civil action against her cousin. In 2020, Assi took Bogle to court for misuse of her private information and data. In 2021, Assi and Bogle settled their case out of court, with Bogle paying Assi for substantial damages, along with her legal fees. She also issued a personal apology letter to Assi. According to Today, British police have since reopened Assi's case. Where Bobby Jandu is now. He lives in Brighton with his family and works as a dental surgeon. As Kirat Assi discovered, Bobby Jandu is in fact a real person. He's a dental surgeon who lives in Brighton, UK, with his wife Sanj and 2 children. So, the information the private investigator gathered was correct, it just didn't account for catfishing. Ironically, Sanj was also the victim of a catfishing scheme. Also, Assi had apparently met the real Jandu at a party only a few months into their online relationship, but he didn't recognize her. Assi chalked up his poor memory to alcohol and a noisy nightclub atmosphere, via Liverpool Echo. Interestingly, the real Bobby Jandu was interviewed in the Sweet Bobby documentary, while Assi declined to appear. Jandu continues to live out his life with his family in Brighton. As for Bogle, she's reportedly living with her parents in northwest London and keeping a low profile. In 2021, she left her high-powered position as a vice president at Barclays Bank.